Hello, my dear children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine at your home. So, children, today we will discuss Science Chapter 3rd, Fiber to Fabric. First, we discuss about fiber, a material which is available in the form of thin and continuous strand is called fiber. There are two types of fiber: natural fiber, number 2, man-made fiber or synthetic fiber. Next, types of fiber: number 1, natural fiber, number 2, man-made fiber. First, we discuss about natural fibers. The fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fibers. Examples: cotton, jute, silk, wool. Next, man-made fibers. The fibers that are synthesized in laboratory are called man-made fibers. Examples: nylon, acrylic, terylene, cotton, polyester, etc. Next, types of natural fiber. Number 1, plant fiber. The fiber which are obtained from plants and animals are called plant fibers. Examples: cotton, jute, and flax. Next, animal fiber. The fiber which are obtained from plants and animals are called animal fiber. Examples: silk and wool. Now, animal fibers. The common animal fiber are wool and silk. Wool is obtained from sheep, goat, yak, camel, llama, alpaca, etc. Silk is obtained from silkworm. We get animal fiber from sheep, goat, yak, camel, silkworm, etc. Now, let's discuss about wool. Wool is obtained from the fleece, means hair of sheep, goat, camel, yak, rabbit, llama, alpaca, and other animals. Number 2, these animals have a thick coat of a hair on their bodies because the hair traps air and air is a poor conductor of heat. Next, so thick layer of hair keeps their body warm and protects them from harsh cold. Next, for obtaining wool, animals are reared and then their hair is cut and processed into wool. Fleece and wool bearing animals like sheep, goat, camel, yak, etc. bear two types of hair: coarse hair and fine soft under hair. Fine soft hair is found close to the skin in such animals. The fine soft under hair of animals like sheep, goat, etc. is called fleece. Animals having fine soft hair, means fleece, on their body are called wool wearing animals. Now let's discuss about animal wool. Many breeds of sheep are found in India. Sheep gives milk and meat in addition to wool, but are reared mainly to obtain wool in different parts of the world. Sheep wool is most common wool. Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats of Jammu Kashmir, a soft wool used for making shawls. Angora goats are found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. Next, Pashmina wool is obtained from Pashmina goats. Next, yak wool is obtained commonly in Tibet and Ladakh. Next, alpaca and llama found in South America also give wool. Last, camel hair is also used as wool. Rearing and breeding of sheep. Number 1. Sheep are reared in many parts our country like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, etc. Sheep feed on grass and leaves. They are also fed with a mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, olkes and minerals. In water, sheep are kept indoors and fed on leaves, grains and dry fodder. Some breeds of sheep have thick hair on their body, which yield good quality wool in large quantities. They are selectively bred to get sheep of good breeds. Next, processing of wool. The processing of changing fleece into wool involves following 6 steps. Number 1, shearing. Number 2, scoring. Number 3, sorting. Number 4, burst separation. Number 5, dyeing. Number 6, spinning. Processing of wool. The fleece means hair of the sheep is removed from its body along with a thin layer of dead skin by using machines. The process of removal of the fleece from animal is called shearing. Number 2, the sheared skin with hair is washed in tanks to remove grease, dust and dirt. The process of washing the sheared wool in hot water followed by drying is called scoring. Next, processing of wool. The hairy skin is sent to a factory where hair of different texture are separated. The process of separating hair of different texture from the fleece is called sorting. Burst separation. The small fluffy fibers called bursts are separated from the hairs and again washed and dried. Dyeing. The natural hair of sheep is white, brown, black. The raw fiber are dyeing in different color. Very important points, students. Okay? Learn these points. Next, spinning. The raw fibers are then straightened, combed and rolled into yarn. They are then spun and woven into fabric. Next, you can see the picture of cutting of wool from sheep. This is a sheep shearing machine. You can see the tools, cutter and comb. Okay. Next, yarn types and its uses. There are 2 types of yarn. Number 1, long yarn. Number 2, shorter yarn. The long yarn threads are usually knitted to make sweaters, mufflers, caps and socks. The shorter yarn threads are woven into fabrics. You can see the picture of wool and yarn. Uses of wool. Wool is used for making warm clothes such as sweater, cap, shawl, gloves and blanket, etc. Wool is also used in making carpets and upholstery. Next, silk. Silk fiber is obtained from the cocoons of the silkworm, means silk moth. The silk moth lives on the leaves of mulberry plants. Next, types of silk. Different type of silkworm produce different type of silk in terms of luster and texture. For example, Tasar silk, Munga silk, Kosa silk, etc. are produced by different types of silk moth. Mulberry silk is the most common silk moth. Now, sericulture. The rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is called sericulture. Very important term. Okay? Learn about sericulture. Okay? It's your homework. Next. Life cycle of silkworm. There are 4 stages in the life cycle of silk moth: eggs, larva, pupa, and adult. Okay? Female silk moth lays egg after about 14 days. Eggs are hatched into larva called caterpillar. Grown into pupa, secretes fiber made of protein and weaves the fibers around itself completely. This covering is called cocoon. Okay? Live in the cocoon for some time. After coming out of cocoon, grows into silk moth. Okay? Now, you can see the life cycle of silk moth. Okay? It's a very important term. Next, processing of silk. The process of obtaining silk from silk moth involves: number 1, rearing of silkworms; number 2, reeling; number 3, dyeing. This is followed by number 4, spinning and weaving. Processing of silk. You can see the picture. Processing of silk. Okay? Next, rearing of silkworms. The female silk moth lays eggs. Eggs are stored over a clean cloth or proper strips. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature. The eggs hatched into larvae called caterpillars or silkworm. Next, the silkworms are kept in bamboo trays and feeds on mulberry leaves and grows in size. After 30 to 40 days, the silkworms stop eating and begins to spin cocoons. Cocoons get hardened because of exposure to air. Inside the cocoons, the silkworm develops into silk moth. You can see the picture of rearing of silkworms. Okay? Next, reeling of silk. The cocoons are collected and kept in sunlight or boiled or exposed to steam. The silk fibers separate out. Number 2, the process of taking out the silk thread from the cocoon is called reeling. Very important term. Please learn it. The process of taking out the silk thread from the cocoons is called reeling. Okay? Very important term. Last, reeling is done by machine. You can see the picture of reeling of silk. Next, dyeing, spinning and weaving. Dyeing. The silk fiber are then dyed in different colored. Number 2, spinning and weaving. The silk fiber are then spun into threads and woven into different types of silk cloth, that is fiber. Spinning and weaving of silk. You can see the picture. Spinning and weaving of silk. Uses of silk. Please learn about uses of silk. Very important. Okay? Silk is a costly fabric. Silk fiber is used for weaving cloth, especially traditional dresses in India like sari, kurta, shawl and other wedding cloths. Silk had always been prized for its luster and fine quality. The countries which produced silk on a large scale are China, first rank, and India. Now, plant fiber. The common plant fiber are cotton and jute. Cotton is obtained from the flower of the cotton plant. Number 2, jute fiber is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. Processing of cotton. Number 1, ginning. The cotton picked up from the plants has seeds in it. The process of removing cotton seeds from pods is called ginning. Please learn this term. It very important. Ginning, spinning. Okay, the process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. The raw cotton is supplied to industry in the form of bales. Okay. Processing of cotton. Number 1, weaving. Number 2, knitting. Weaving. Please learn about weaving and knitting. Very important term. The process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make a fabric is called weaving. Number 2, knitting. Knitting can be done by hand and machine. Just 2 yarns are used in knitting, while more than 2 yarns are used in weaving. Sweater, socks, scarf and caps are knitted from the wool. Next, cotton in India. Cotton is cultivated mainly in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Madhya Pradesh. Okay? Please learn this term. Uses of cotton. Cotton is mostly used for making cloths of various kinds. Examples: towels, bed sheet, curtains, saris. Okay? Next, jute. Jute fiber is obtained from the stem of jute plant. It is cultivated in rainy seasons. Number 2, jute fiber is pale yellow in color and 2 to 3 meter long. Jute fiber is very strong. Jute fiber has silky texture. Number 3, jute is grown in alluvial soil, which is found usually in the delta region of the Ganges and Brahmaputra rivers. Next, in India, jute is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. Jute plants are about 2.5 to 3.5 meter in height. Very important line. Please learn about this line. Okay, jute plant are about 2.5 to 3.5 meter in height. It bears yellow flowers in 3 to 4 months. Next, jute. Jute plants are usually cut at flowering stage. Number 2, a good quality fiber is obtained from plants which are cut at the flowering stage. Number 3, after falling of dry leaves, bundles of dry plants are kept in a pond for a few days. In this period, the gummy skin roots out to separate the fiber. This process is called retting. Very important line. Also learn this line, okay? The jute fiber is obtained from the retted jute by hand. Last, jute fiber is used mainly for making gunny bags, shopping bags, rope, carpets, curtains. Very important term. Okay, learn about it. Next, synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber is quite strong, wrinkle resistant and quick drying. These are used in making different materials like cloths, neckties, sails, sweaters, shawls, carpet and blankets. They are also used in making boats, skating board, etc. Okay children? Now children, I am giving you some definition of this chapter and some questions in PDF file. You have to complete these definitions and questions in your science notebook. Okay, chapter is finished. Tomorrow I'll give you some assignment question of this chapter. Okay, thank you. God bless you all.